Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com. Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Brunch with the Fellas. I'm your host, Chef Erol Pearl at DBCHEFTV. Make sure to like and share this video. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when I go live, you never miss an episode. I hope everybody has been having a real fun, positive, productive, and peaceful Friday, y'all. Tonight, we're going to get into these topics. We got say goodbye to the penny. I don't know if anybody been paying attention, but I have. And the U.S. Mint is just printed their last penny. So we can say goodbye to the penny and all those slogans or cliches that we used to have with the penny. We're going to get into a few of them after we run through that clip. Then we got iPhone is rolling out the new digital IDs. I don't know if y'all know, but in the Chi, shout out to the Chi-Town, they are the first state, well, Illinois is the first state to allow Apple users to use digital IDs. So, you know, everybody been talking about we going digital. You see folks paying for things on their phone. You see people using their phone to shop and do a whole bunch of other things. So we're gonna check that out and see what they saying, because you know it's in the beginning stages. It ain't already ready yet. Then our third topic tonight, y'all, we got the world's oldest married couple. We got a beautiful thing. So we got some sadness, and then we gonna end it with some joy. So let's go ahead and jump into this clips for the evening.
Now to what's become our most clicked on story on CBSPhiladelphia.com. The humble penny is no more.
No more. Now, we took you inside the Philadelphia Mint yesterday. After 232 long years, the last ever 1-cent coin was minted on the president's orders. Now, that's partly because pennies cost, well, a pretty penny just to make, nearly 4 cents each, according to the U.S.
Hold up, y'all. Let's look at this right quick. She said the pennies cost 4 cents each to make, right? Now, if the penny costs 4 cents to make, and they taking that one out of circulation, let's look at this nickel. Let's look at this thing they got up in the background right there to say cost of coins. You got 14 cents for a nickel, 6 cents for a dime, and 15 cents for a quarter. Now, is it safe to say that we not going to be using nickels in the future? Because that's what this look like. I don't know. But just be prepared for it if we get that news next. Because that's what it look like. Because if it don't make sense to spend 4 cents for 1 cent, which is 4 times, you know, this is almost 3 times right here for the nickel. So, I mean, if we gonna be wise with our money, how we print it, how we make it, how we spend it, how we get it, it's looking like that nickel ain't gonna last too long either, y'all. So, you seen it here first. You know, I might have said it, but it ain't that prophetic because it looked like it's more economically sensible. That's what it looked like. So don't be surprised if we see that.
Spent.
And while some are mourning the end of an era, others say it's just common sense. CBS correspondent Kelly O'Grady explains what happens now.
After a 232-year run of continuous production, it may be that all a penny's good for now is your thoughts.
3, 2, 1.
U.S. Treasurer Brandon Beach oversaw the minting of the final penny yesterday and said making the coin was no longer financially responsible or necessary.
See a penny, pick it up all day long. You'll have good luck.
The value of the penny, which has long cost more to produce than it's worth, is a decades-old debate, which then U.S. Mint Director Edmund Moy spoke to 60 Minutes about in 2008.
It's unsustainable. You can't sustain losses on pennies and nickels and expect to be a viable organization that benefits the American.
What'd he say? He said on pennies and nickels, right? So that nickel might be disappearing too, y'all.
People.
The Mint says there are now an estimated 300 billion pennies in circulation, but as phasing the coin out transforms it into a potential collector's item, some consumers are asking this question.
How are they going to handle prices? That'll be an interesting discussion.
We reached out to a sampling of major retailers. McDonald's said it would round totals to the nearest 5 cents for cash transactions. The convenience chain Sheetz encouraged cashless payments. And while Kroger said its grocery stores would continue accepting pennies, it asked customers to provide exact change.
An organization representing the retail industry reported yesterday that 2/3 of the nation's largest companies say they're rounding cash transactions to consumers' benefit when pennies are unavailable. That practice, they said, is costing businesses millions of dollars. Kelly O'Grady, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, that's crazy right there, y'all. So they got the penny going away. Penny is going away. The nickel is probably going to go away soon too, right? So they tried to make some little funnies. They were saying, what'd he say? Buddy said common sense, right? That was, And then she said a penny for your thoughts. But now that the penny's gone, we have some sayings that we have been familiar with over the time. So maybe people can't say these things no more. So let's run down these things, right? So I don't got a penny to my name. Anybody heard that? Let me know in the comment section. Y'all know down below. Let me know in the chat. Ain't nobody asked you for your 2 cents. I see you got your little pennies together. What's another one? You a penny pincher. What's another one? That cost a pretty penny. How much that cost? It cost a pretty penny. And then we had the other ones too, like what's some other ones? They put Abraham Lincoln on the penny because he was black. Or they put Abraham Lincoln on the penny because he freed the slaves. So I just want to know, what do it mean now that the penny's no longer in existence? You know? So y'all let me know what y'all think. We're going to go ahead and go to this second topic tonight. iPhone rollouts with the digital IDs. Look, real quick, y'all, before we get into this second topic, tonight at midnight, DBCHEFTV merch is beginning a holiday sale. So tap the QR code and visit the gift shop. Right now, we got 15% off. Starting at midnight, our holiday sales event jumps off 25% off the whole website. Go ahead and this QR code will be here the whole time. And if not, if you don't have the accessibility to use the QR code, you don't know how to do that, the link is in the description. So we appreciate y'all. Go out and support. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Y'all be trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Help us get there.
Illinois is giving you a new way to show identification starting tomorrow. If you use an iPhone, you can keep a state ID or driver license on your device. All right, let's get into the questions I'm sure most of you have. Is it safe? The state says the ID sits encrypted on your iPhone and only unlocks with your Face ID. The reader only sees the details you approve. If a business just needs your age, only that shows up. Now, can you use it everywhere? Not yet. Police do not have to accept a phone version either, and not every bar or venue has the equipment. Right now, this works at TSA and at places that opt in. The Secretary of State says their focus during testing came down to one issue.
I think the most important lesson that our IT team working with Apple has identified is how secure the encryption and the biometric authorization has been. That's the stuff that, has historically kept me up at night, is How do we make sure that there's cybersecurity? How do we make sure that this isn't hacked? So that's been the sort of the biggest piece of it.
All right, so how do you set it up? Open wallet, tap the plus sign, scan your card, take a selfie. The state verifies it and then adds it to your device. Anyone who wants the full walkthrough can find it at ilsos.gov.
That's ILSOS.
Talk about
That's ilsof.gov, y'all. So let's go over this story just a little bit, because I have a couple of things that I really that are a little sketchy about this. You know, it's a whole lot of different concerns or people, you know, having the trying to understand what this thing is about, what this digital ID is about. So a couple of things they pointed out. TSA accepts it in the airport right now. Okay, if you are there using it. The biometric side. So the last time I flew, this was crazy because I hadn't flown in a long time, probably like since before the pandemic. And then I just started traveling, moving around a couple years later after the pandemic. And the last time I flew, it was weird for me because when I went to get on the plane, they was just like, we don't need to see your pass, just look at the camera. So that was my first exposure to the whole biometric thing, because I don't use that on my phone. You know, like I just remember my passcodes. Like nowadays, people will lose their phone and be more frustrated than losing their wallet. So I'm still a wallet person. I don't have my whole life in my phone. I refuse to be just that connected to the phone like that, you know. So that's my personal opinion. Everybody else do what you do. I know we in a new world, new age, where you know, people don't even know how to write cursive anymore. So they said you can add it to your Apple Wallet. And then one of the other things, a couple of things that they did not say was it is not available right now on Android or Google phones, but it will be in about 3 months. I did some research. It'll be available on those other phones in about 3 months. I don't know when they're going to roll it out in other states. I don't know if that's a whole state adoption thing, or is it just going to be carrier provided. And then, you know, so they haven't really disclosed that yet. Remember though, right now, that law enforcement does not accept a digital ID on your device. Now, I do know in some cases you can have your insurance on your phone, you know, and that's acceptable. Like if you get a traffic stop and you need to show proof of insurance, I do know you can log on, boom, boom, show that. I have heard of that done. All right. I'm still old school. I still carry mine with the registration. Like, you know, just boop, you can get everything. Here you go, 1, 2, 3. So just be mindful of that. And yeah, that's crazy, y'all. Just be on the lookout for that. If you somebody that want to use digital ID, it's coming to a phone near you real soon. So let's go ahead and jump into our last story this evening, y'all, is the world's oldest married couple. I think this is beautiful and something to strive for everybody. And I got a little bit more to say about it too, but we're going to do that after we watch it.
Talk about everlasting love. The world's oldest married couple was just named here in Florida. They got married in Bradenton in the 40s, and they are now in the Guinness Book of World Records. Fox 13's Danielle Zukoski spoke to them about how they managed to stay married for more than 83 years.
Their love stood the test of time.
Love
love, love.
Eleanor and Lyle Gittins tied the knot 83 years ago in Bradenton, and despite their differences, they stayed together.
I was from the north during the so-called jazz era. Come and love you, Daddy. And I was what you call hip, very hip. So hip that I didn't speak English. I spoke only slang. And she had to help me remember how to speak English.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard what Pop said? Pop said, he said he was so hip. He said I was what you call hip. He said, and I didn't speak English. I only spoke slang. Shout out to Pop for that. He said, I did not speak English. I only spoke slang. And his beautiful wife right there by his side had to teach him that. Because he realized that slang is only good if you want to be in one place. And in order for you to really be hip, then you need to have a vocabulary that extends beyond slang. Let's watch that. Watch the rap.
Together for 83 years makes them the oldest married couple by combined age. And they also hold the world record for longest marriage for a living couple.
Happy to be alive. Astonished.
For their children, their commitment was an inspiration.
I think their expectation was they agreed to be married and they were going to stay married. I don't think either one thought they would live this long, but I don't. But I don't think they had the expectation that, that they wouldn't stay married.
The couple lived in New York City, Lyle's hometown, most of their marriage, but recently moved to Miami. They live independently in a high-rise just down the hall from their daughter.
So we decided that they should, be taken care of more directly. So we tricked them into coming down. He used to tell us, when you leave New York, you're camping out.
This marriage created a legacy. 3 kids, 3 grandkids, and 5 great-grandchildren.
That's one of the bonuses. We get a chance to see them grow. And we've seen the great-grandchild finish college. Makes us extremely happy.
The couple says this is real and what a long-lasting marriage looks like.
I don't know how to describe it. We're here, and so since we are supposed to be the oldest, this is how it looks like. What you see is what you get.
And their secret for a long-lasting marriage?
We used to have a martini every night.
As both still have a little bit of spunk and a whole lot of love for each other and their family. Danielle Zolkowski, Fox 13 News.
1 martini a night, noted. Eleanor was also committed to her education. She earned her PhD in urban studies at Fordham University and was 70 years old when she graduated. Wow. Now, if the Gittins want to break the record for the longest marriage ever, they need to stay married for 88 years and 349 days to break that record set in Canada in 1898.
Wow. Okay, so the last people to do something like that was in 1898. And we want to shout out to them, Eleanor and Mr. and Mrs. Eleanor and Lyle Gittins. You know, we want to say thank you for the example that y'all set in our setting, you know, and we wish that everybody who gets married will be able to have the same success as you all. There is a longer video. If y'all want to follow up on that, I'm gonna put the link in the description. It's Longevi Quest. I think that's how you pronounce it. Longevi Quest is the channel, but I'm just gonna put a link to their video in there. It's about a 20-minute video. It's a good watch, y'all. Y'all should go check that out. And you know, just Smash the like button here, smash the like button over there too, y'all, and get you some motivation, because that's a beautiful thing for them to be together so long. And see what black love look like? That's what black love look like right there. Take a picture, write it down. For real. So I want to thank everybody for pulling up and hanging out with me tonight. Y'all remember, we got a holiday sales event, 25% off, DBCHEFTV merch coming up. Starts at midnight tonight, all the way through January 5th, 2026, all the way through the new year. You can get a Dove 5 off. You know, we got socks, tees, hoodies, hats, scullies, beanies, aprons, mugs, so much stuff, so many things. Go check it out. What else we got? Make sure to subscribe to the channel, y'all. Share the content. Also, we trying to get to 1,000 subs. We got a newsletter. Head over to www.dbcheftv.com and sign up for the newsletter. Once we get where we trying to get with that, we got some great things. So go ahead, get on that list and don't wait. And then make sure to check us out right here on the network this Sunday with the God Ali Dawood El at BK Soul Farm on Cigar Sundays Live. That's going down at 8 p.m. Each and every Sunday night, East Coast time. And we just two big nerds smoking on words over there. So y'all can come over there, get in the chat, turn up, share, and exchange your insights with us. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Taking a quick little recap of what we talked about, man. We had to say goodbye to the penny. So all them penny cliches got to go now. The iPhone digital rollout. Do your research. Make sure that you know what's going on before you use the tool. And then we had that lovely couple showing you how black love can stand the test of time if you really in it to win it. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Everybody have a peaceful, positive, and productive rest of your weekend. And I will see you right here next time, each and every Friday night, 9 p.m. East Coast time, Brunch with the Fellas. Peace.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. Jump on the list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
It's the most wonderful time of the year again, where families make new memories, share old memories, and celebrate the new year. So visit the DBCHEFTV gift shop for the best stocking stuffers to add to your holiday cheer. Enjoy 25% off our entire site now through January 5th, 2026. At the Veteran Kettle Podcast, we thank you for your service, support, and sacrifice to our country. Listen to real stories of adversity and triumph as we give our best to honor our vets. Subscribe today and watch episodes now streaming on YouTube at TVK Podcast, The Veteran Kettle. Love ain't always easy, and we won't stop until we get it right. So bring that ass to the Love Speak Podcast. Subscribe today and let your love speak at TLS Podcast, The Love Speak, now streaming on YouTube. If it's Friday night and you don't have a date, then Brunch with the Fellas is your spot, so don't be late. We go up at 9 p.m. with the trending topic news. Smash the like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. Don't be rude at Brunch Fellas, now streaming on YouTube. Exchange insights Sundays at 8 p.m. East Coast time with the Cigar Panel, smoking on words like two big nerds, hosted by DBCHEFTV and BK Soul Farm at Cigar Sundays on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, so when they go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.